And these two startups were really my entry point into startup land. I was never in startups. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur per se. It was never a goal of mine. And I didn't even work in agriculture. I didn't even work in Africa before Hello Tractor in 2015. So really, like 2015 was my journey into agriculture, into startups, into working in Africa. So at this point now, it's been just about 10 years of kind of working within this space and sector, and it's been incredible. A lot of learned lessons.
Talking about learned lesson, I can just imagine, especially, let's be very frank, Africa, that's our culture. We tend to be more of a male-dominated society. And now you're going in as a woman. How does that work? Women in the agricultural sector.
Yeah, well, I think there's about 500 million smallholder farmers across Africa, right? It's still the dominant industry, meaning that most of African labor is working within agriculture. And depending on which country you're in across the continent, 40 to 60% of those farmers are actually women. So in one arena, it's, I'm not on my own. There's actually a lot of women that are within agriculture, work within agriculture. But now when you look at, well, what are the different roles and positions and where are women actually working, then you start to see how women tend to, I don't want to use the term pigeonholed, but they tend to exist or work in specific areas within agriculture. And so for me in technology or me in startup and being in a leadership position kind of across different companies, yes, you then start to enter into a more male dominated kind of industry. And I think this is true across many different industries around the world. But I will say that for me, I feel like I've always kind of operated on the outside in some way. Like my family is Eritrean, but they're refugees and political asylees, and they settled in Rochester, New York when I was born, right, in Rochester, New York. So already kind of this diaspora kid, you're always slightly different, so I've always kind of operated slightly on the outside. I've never been like within a group of people where like, yes, I'm 100% just like this group of people that I'm around. So it's not, yes, I've experienced challenges and plenty of stories that I can share offline. Maybe on a separate show, I could share those. But like, I feel like for many women, especially within the African diaspora, it's something you just have to get used to, right? And you have to leverage a lot of skills, whether it's resilience, whether it's speaking across kind of different types of communities and different audiences. I almost feel like growing up provided me with my foundation and my base to be able to work in a male dominated industry, because I've always been on the outside. I've always been something different, and I've always had to then navigate the different situations, whether it's school, whether it's all the different work experience that I've had, to be able to achieve what I wanted to achieve, right? I want to do my best. I want to bring value to any company that I'm in and any team that I'm on. And so it's something that I feel like I've just learned over time.
If you just enjoyed that video, check out the longer version right here.